This week's episode is in English because it's with the amazing Anna the nurse and her husband Jon. Anna's been with Garde-Malade since a couple years now. She's an ambassador. We talked about life and work-life, family balance. She's also really present on social media. So with her husband, we wanted to know how it was at home. He's a dentist too, so really busy people. We were really curious to know how they manage everything. We also worked with Anna for an amazing collection. We did a collaboration. It's the beautiful pink that's coming out in a couple days now, so stay tuned. You can also use the code Maux for 15% off on your purchase.
Hi guys! So for today's episode, we're receiving Anna the nurse and her husband Jon, who've been married for 10 years now. We're super happy to receive you today at the podcast. Anna's one of our first ambassadors here at Garde-Malade and a good friend now of mine. So thank you for coming. Thank you for accepting. And you're here in Montreal for a special project, right?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit more about it?
Okay, so I'm doing a collaboration with Garde-Malade and I'm doing my own color launch, which am I allowed? Oh, I guess.
Yeah. The podcast is going to be launched after the collaboration.
Gotcha. So it's in my favorite color, pink, and there's a variety of shades in the collection. We have compression socks, we have jackets, obviously scrub top and bottom, scrunchies, and a scrub cap. So I'm really excited and honored that you guys collaborated with me.
Well, thank you for accepting. It's such a nice project with you, and we just did the video yesterday. It's going to look amazing.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to look sick. So, well, thank you. And Jon, do you want to present yourself?
I'm Jon. I'm Anna's husband, and I'm thankful to be along this ride with her. Thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun yesterday.
And what do you do for a living, both of you? And how much time have you been doing that profession?
I'll go first.
Yeah, sure.
So I have been a labor and postpartum nurse for 12 years now, and I also teach birthing classes in my community, which is great. After COVID, or during COVID, they stripped all the birthing classes, and you know how things were. And we finally got it back rolling again, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and I absolutely love it. My passion is in education. I'm also a mother. I have 2 amazing children, and ages 5 and 7, and they take up a lot of my time when I'm not working. And I'm just very grateful for the beautiful life that I have right now.
Love that answer. And you, Jon?
Very good. And I'm a dentist, and I've been practicing for just about 20 years now in our hometown in Northern California. And that's what I fill my time with. Looking at teeth.
Teeth. And do you still love your job, both of you? Well, you say you do, but do you, Jon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a great profession, great career, and allows me a lot of time to hang out with the kids as well.
Do you feel like it's helping you guys to understand more each other since you were both healthcare workers? Like when you have like harder days and stuff like that?
Right. What it's interesting, we're both in healthcare, but we deal with completely different things. Like I always thought a dentist schedule was awesome. I mean, he's on call a lot, but you know, holidays off, weekends off.
True.
And full-time nursing is, although it's 3 days a week, if you're night shift, that takes a lot of energy out of you. So as far as scheduling, when we first started dating, I would just sleep a lot because I did night shift for so long and we didn't have children. So as far as, the scheduling is a lot different, but we deal with the general public.
Yeah.
So I honestly think healthcare is customer service because you deal with so many different people.
Yeah.
And I feel that helps with your patience and understanding. And of course, I feel that helps in a relationship. And I didn't know much about dentistry, honestly, until I met Jon. I learned so much along the way. So
In the same sense, I didn't know much about labor and
Yeah, he
delivery
thought
or
that people
nursing
just
or-
get pregnant and have a baby.
It's not
like,
that I thought that. It's just I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about the other aspects.
Yeah.
the complications and what's required and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I do think that it's definitely, we can relate to each other being in healthcare, even though it's so different, versus having a completely different career,
Yeah.
like in marketing.
Yeah.
And so we definitely can relate to each other in that sense.
But sometimes she comes home and is telling me a story about her hospital experience and using all the hospital acronyms, and she just assumes since I went through a limited
that's
medical
true.
training that I would understand all the acronyms, and usually I just roll with them and figure it out as we go.
But the same goes for you. Like,
Yeah.
I think all of the theta have numbers
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
when my
There's-
sister talks about whatever, like she's telling numbers and everything, I'm like, I don't know which one is which.
I could teach you. It's real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a lot different than me though. I feel when I come home from work, if I have a crazy day, I'll tell him about it.
And you're more closed off.
And he does not talk about work
Yeah.
at all. Like,
Two different
but he was like,
personalities.
"Do you want me to tell you about a root canal I did or something like that?"
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess you're right.
But does
But-
it help for you, like, to talk about your hard days?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like you have to, whether it be your friends, your significant other, or a therapist. I think working in healthcare in the hospital it is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Like when it's in labor and delivery, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's just really bad.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you need to have an outlet.
Definitely. And while we are talking about your couple dynamic, do you mind telling us a little bit how did you guys meet?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, we didn't ask yesterday because it was one of our questions, and I was like, ooh, I wanna know.
So I went to nursing school at California State University, Chico, and I had some classmates that I became really good friends with, and he happened to be friends with them, and
They're from our hometown.
yeah,
Okay.
from his hometown, and I believe that he just saw a picture of me. And
She's pretty. I want to meet her.
yeah, and he's like, "Who's your friend?" And long story short, they introduced us. She actually invited me to his birthday party.
Okay.
And I had no idea who he was. I'm like, would that be weird that I came? But little did I know she invited me so I could meet him.
Yeah, okay. They wanted you to be matched together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the only thing he said to me that night was he just walked up to me and he was like, "Do you want a fireball shot?" And I said, "Yes." And I took the shot, and
That's
then
the only
we didn't talk the rest of the
only
night.
interaction.
But then he hit me up on I forget if it was some type of social media platform and just
Yeah.
started chatting with me. And yeah, long story short.
And then
we
you
just
started dating
yeah.
a while after that, or?
Probably about a month.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty persistent, and I just got out of like a relationship,
Okay.
and I was like, I want to be single. I
Yeah.
don't want to date anyone. But again, he was just very persistent. And then one day, I love sushi. I absolutely love sushi. And as weird as this is, I met a lot of guys who didn't like sushi.
It was a deal breaker after that.
And then, well, he was like, "Oh, I'm coming to Chico. That's where I lived at the
Yeah.
time. I'm gonna get sushi and go Christmas
Wow.
shopping or whatever. Do you want to join me?" And I was like, "Okay, it's casual." And
it's
so,
sushis.
Yeah, and it's sushi. It's a free meal. And so we went on a date, and essentially we've been together ever since. We had
Aw.
good conversation. We went to a coffee shop after, and he had patients early the next morning, and we stayed there until like the shop closed.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Wow.
We've been together ever since.
And you talked a bit about like how you proposed. It was in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
So, like you didn't know, but you kind of knew because he asked for your nails and everything. But
Yeah.
did you knew like at that moment that, well, before that he was gonna be the one? Like, how did you knew that you
I
were
think
both
we were-
gonna be the one?
I mean, I guess I was kind of young. I mean, it depends on your definition, but you know, he was in a relationship not just for fun. He
Yeah.
was, what were you, 32 or something? I don't know. He was in his early mid 30s, like
So
he's
you
ready
knew
to
what
set-
you wanted.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
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 And I mean, I've always been like that too.
Yeah. So you both knew like when you started dating that it was gonna be for the long run.
Yeah, I mean, that was always the goal.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, I thought I knew because he asked me to get, he was like, "You should get your nails
Yeah.
done." And I'm like, "You've never said that to me before." Okay.
Yeah.
And it's Hawaii. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as like we talked about how it's nice that you both work in healthcare when like tough situations happen. Do you think it helps you also become like a better parent since you have two young kids, or do you think it's more stressful sometimes because, like for instance, one of your kids gonna have a like something broken or whatever, you kind of know what's coming up, except like us,
Yeah.
we will not know. So is it more stressful or it's more reassuring to have that kind of knowledge when something like
I definitely
that
think
happens?
it's more reassuring to have the knowledge. I mean, there's different aspects in healthcare. Like we said earlier, he deals with teeth.
Yeah.
I deal with labor and delivery. And we obviously have a general knowledge of health. And like you said, for example, like if our kids are sick, maybe some parents would take them to the hospital versus us. We're going to wait this
Yeah.
out and then things resolve. But I think it involves, like I said, the patience that you have dealing with the general public, and now you're dealing with kids, babies. Now they're little, but there's still so many emotions when it comes to children, and it requires a lot of patience. And I feel that working in healthcare requires a lot of patience and understanding and compassion. So it all intertwines, and it's like it trains you to kind of be a parent.
Yeah.
But nothing can ever truly train you until you become a parent. So
And as a labor and delivery nurse, when you were pregnant, how did you manage your pregnancy? Like, did you have all of the tips and
yeah, that's actually
tools,
a
or-
great question. I tried not to be terrified. I did pretty good because when you know so much, it's like it can be
I
scary.
bet you've heard great experience.
Yeah.
Sorry, great experiences and very, very sad ones too.
Exactly.
So, it must
So
have been-
my friends and my doctor and midwives were always like, don't worry about anything unless you have something to worry about. Like, try to enjoy your pregnancy. And I really did that the best I could because I hate to say this, but I had a really good pregnancy. I know a lot of people have the morning sickness and the sciatic pain, so many things that come with pregnancy, but I just felt like this little pregnant goddess. Like I was like glowing and I loved it. But my deliveries were the opposite.
Yeah.
That's a big reason why we just have two and we're only going to have two, because my deliveries were difficult. But overall, at times it was hard being pregnant as a labor nurse, but overall I like to say I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I heard John laugh when you said that you had difficult deliveries. How did you manage that as a partner?
Yeah, going back to earlier, my lack of knowledge of the labor and delivery process. As we started dating, you know, like she said, she would come home after a hard day and want to debrief and talk about it. And my mind was like just blown so many times because I didn't even realize that that was a possible complication in the whole situation. And so that was, I remember vividly when she was pregnant with our first, and we were on a hike, and she goes, when are you going to stop stressing about this? I said, probably when she's 18, you know?
And that's
It
probably
was
not
just,
true.
yeah, probably not true for sure. But it just, the process for me, the whole 9-10 months was like, okay, we got over that hurdle, but now we got to get over this next hurdle. Oh, okay, we're in the clear with that. We got a good scan. Everything looks good, but this could go wrong next, you know? It sends your mind down a rabbit hole that sometimes you don't want to go down.
And for a father, it must be hard when there's like complications when she's.
The absolute hardest thing for me was feeling so helpless.
Yeah.
Like there was not, especially during the labor.
Yeah.
I couldn't push for her. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't feel what she was feeling. So I was just sitting there holding hands, and
You did great. So.
it was
Support is important. I think,
Yeah.
like you say, you can't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do anything else, but being there for like that's the best you can do, and obviously it helped for sure.
Yeah, and that's obviously very common when you have a supportive partner in the labor room. I see dads and I know that they feel helpless.
Yeah.
And so I talk to them, give them like a pep talk. Like, I know you feel helpless right now, but this is what's truly going to help her. Like being there for her, even little things switching her to her side, putting a pillow in between her legs, just being attentive in general can make a huge difference in the labor process and postpartum.
Yeah.
We had Sydney and Tina earlier on the podcast, who are also labor and delivery nurses, and they talked a little bit about like a funny dad story. Do you have any that?
Oh my God. I mean, I have funny, I have sad, I have angry, I have so many stories.
Which one's like the most impactful, or the one you're gonna remember the most?
Oh man, I remember them all. Okay. I
Good
mean,
memory.
maybe this has to do. I remember the worst stories. That's for sure,
yeah.
because there's a lot of people out there that are not good support people, and they say comments that just gives me like
During labor, like
during
the
labor,
moment?
postpartum, like little things like now it's time to go to the gym, even though it's a joke. Like, okay, it's
Not
a
funny.
joke. But I mean, I get dads that pass out, and I've learned from experiences like that because I'm not a big person. So if I notice someone looking a little
Dizzy,
off,
yeah.
I'm like, you need to sit down, or even an epidural experience. You get one support person during an epidural placement. I've had so many dads pass out on me during that process. So I make them sit down, and if they say, no, I don't need a chair, I'm like, you have to. Like, you can't be in here if you're not sitting down, because I'm not going to catch you.
Yeah.
I don't need
I get
another
it.
patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, it's awesome to see good support in the room. When my biggest thing is when I see a dad cry, I'm like, I try
Yeah.
not to cry. But doing this for over a decade, I'm still like keeping my tears in just because it's so sweet. And then I'm also the type of person, if I start crying, it's really hard for me to stop. So I can't be like crying and helping you at postpartum with your baby right when you gave birth.
And do you have like funny stories with mom, like how they reacted with their kids, or it's most often the dad that's kind of like he doesn't really know what to do?
I mean, some moms are really funny in labor for sure. When someone is in labor, they're in a lot of pain, and when you're in a lot of pain, you say and do things that you normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
So it's very common for women to like curse, or maybe even a little snappy at everyone involved in the room, but you just don't take it personal. And I would say 99.9% of the time, if anyone is ever mean after delivery, they're like, I'm so sorry. Or what's funny is that after delivery, they will say, was I loud? And literally my eardrums are ringing because how loud they've screamed in my ear. I'm like, yeah, you were loud. Yeah, no, I've heard louder. That's always my thing. But yeah, they don't even realize what they say, how they scream, or anything like that, because it's just like an out of body experience.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that after giving birth to, I've never felt so high.
Yeah.
And
Okay, it's like a high, like really you feel like
oh my God, yeah,
is the low
different.
super low? Like sometimes it is, but
I've honestly never felt super, super low in my pregnancy, birth, or postpartum, and I feel lucky for that. I mean, I have had extreme anxiety, sleep deprivation, but I've never, luckily.
And do you remember, like, we're gonna change subject now, but do you remember the moment you decided to start social media?
It wasn't on purpose. It was just, who starts social media to make it a career?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
nowadays,
people do, but
maybe, yeah.
but I didn't. That was
Yeah.
never something in my mindset. And it was during the pandemic. Morale was down, obviously, for
Yours or like
the
just
whole
in general?
hospital in
Yeah.
general. For example, some women couldn't even have their husbands in the room for delivery
Yeah, that's crazy.
if she had COVID, but he did. There's so many weird rules.
Yeah. I remember my
and-
sister had to wear a mask too.
Oh yeah,
She
we
was
had
like,
to wear.
I need to breathe. Like she was keeping it down, and nurses were not saying anything, but some nurses, I think, in other hospitals were like,
Yeah,
but
no,
she's
it's crazy.
pushing, like
Like
it's
you're
the least
breathing.
of her worry to have like a mask or something.
Yeah, that was basically if they had their mask down, I wasn't.
Yeah,
But
but
pretty
We
chill
also
about it.
had kind of a very, for us, fortunate timing of the whole
for
thing
the
of-
birds.
Yeah, so our son, where we were in California, the world pretty much shut down on March 19th of 2020, and we had our son on March 21st,
Oh,
and so she was on maternity leave. My world was shut down.
Yeah.
And so we kind of just we went away to our cabin and lived up there in the mountains and enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah.
Had some close family members with us, and we just we had a hard time with our son. If he wasn't sleeping or eating, he was pretty much screaming, and so that was rough.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we would have got through that if I was still working. And so
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
so
fortunate.
when I came back after maternity leave, it was great to have him there, although
Yeah.
his business shut down for a while.
So it's after the second that you started social media.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just did a silly video just for fun, just to do something, and it took off. It was if Cardi B was a labor nurse or a nurse, and she has like the craziest long nails, if you know Cardi
Okay.
B, and I just did maybe like 5 silly things,
Yeah.
like empty a urinal, type on a screen, and that took off. And I'm like, okay. And I did a couple more funny videos, and that kind of took off. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do an educational video, and then that got a lot of views. And then I set a goal. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna post every day for a year and see what happens. I don't care if it's lame. I was gonna say I don't care if it's cringe, but like I rarely think things are cringy.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me
Yeah.
to be embarrassed.
Okay.
So, and when I set that goal, I just kept, it was like a snowball effect. I just kept getting opportunities after opportunities, and I've been working with some amazing brands, and ever since then, I've kept going because it's changed my lifestyle. And again, I've met some amazing people. I've worked with some amazing brands that are very dear to me now, and it's been a
Would you say you
blessing.
still like it as much as at first? Like, is there more pressure too?
Oh, yeah, there is a little bit of pressure, but I really try not to let that get to me. It's definitely something that I continue to work on.
Yeah.
But I will admit sometime I still do, I call it the death scroll. Like once you're on social media, it's hard to get off. And because like I'm getting ideas and my brain is spinning. But overall, I really like it. It's very enjoyable. I will say it's a nice outlet to be creative.
Yeah.
Versus, working in healthcare, there's really no creativity.
No, yeah.
At least on my unit.
Yeah.
And so this is a creative outlet.
for sure.
So it's been very nice.
And what does both of your day-to-days look like, since you do nursing, social media, and you do dentistry and parenting also?
Yeah.
Like, what would you...
I would say his day is more scheduled because he has his business and he has certain hours he has to be there. I'll let him talk for himself. But as for me, sorry, mine is just super random because sometimes I work day shift, sometimes I work night shift, and then I
You
make
travel
content.
sometimes for like social media and
travel,
stuff like that.
and then I'm also a mom, and so I have to take care of them, and then I also take care of myself too, because I think it's taking care of yourself is very important. But yeah, my schedule is super random.
If you had to choose between social media and nursing, like today, do you know which one you'd choose?
I mean, if someone was like, you have to choose
Yeah.
right now,
Or you're gonna die.
yeah. Honestly, I would probably choose social media, but not to say I don't love labor and delivery. It's just the schedule.
Yeah.
The
You're
schedule,
working for yourself.
and it's stressful. I don't think social media is stressful. I don't. I just think it's more so fun. It can be stressful as
Depends
far
how
as
you see
timelines.
it, yeah.
Yeah, but compared to working bedside nursing, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just,
I think it's
yeah.
nothing beats that for sure.
But I will say, I thought about quitting bedside, and the idea of it, I know it sounds silly, actually made me cry. I was like,
I don't want to do that.
yeah, I don't want to quit.
Yeah. But it's still like it gives you still like ideas and like since
totally.
you're still working.
And I love it. Oh, it's
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
I know some people either love labor and delivery or absolutely hate it and don't want anything to do with
Yeah.
it. And so I'm the person who absolutely loves
Yeah.
it.
And how about you? Like, what's a
So-
typical week for you?
For me, I've always had a very structured start time, finish time.
Yeah.
weekends off, plan my vacations 6 months in advance kind of thing. And then once our daughter reached school age, I made the decision to step back quite a bit. Listening to patients over the years, there is one resounding piece of advice that comes up every single time. It's, when your kids are young, the time goes so fast.
Yeah.
Take the time to enjoy it and be in the moment. And so I've stepped back and I do the morning routine with the kids. I get them to school. And then I start seeing patients about 9 a.m. and work straight through till 4 or 5. We do most nights we do dinner together. In the grand scheme of it, this is only going to be 10, 12, maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
So we're definitely putting the priority in enjoying this time now, and we can work later.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about Anna's funny stories at work. Do you have any? Patients?
Oh man. There's always things going. My big goal is to try to reimagine the dental appointment for my patients. The most common thing that a person opens up when I meet them is, I hate the dentist.
Yeah.
Which is pretty unfair to
It
dump
really
on
is.
somebody. So that's my goal is to show them that it doesn't have to be bad, while also educating them that most of the problem lies within ourselves, and
Yeah.
our ability to care for ourselves and how much we care for ourselves will dictate how rough that dental appointment is going to be. So educating people on proper healthcare techniques and honestly caring about their own health. I think that's the way that we get to a healthier population for sure.
Do you see a shift? Like, are people starting to be more educated about dental, like hygiene and stuff like that?
I say yes, but potentially that's just my patient population because we very much put a priority on taking care of yourself and maintaining health, and if that's not where you want to be as a patient, then probably there's a better facility for you to go to. And so
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. That's the difference. Like as a nurse, I can't fire my patient. Like I'm
Nope.
stuck with them.
Yeah.
But in your own practice, you can choose who you want to take care of.
Could you though, like, if there's a patient you really don't like, try to like switch with another nurse?
Yeah, you totally could.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
then you're
She's gonna
just
be-
dumping
yeah.
how much do you like
Yeah.
your coworker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking last night and I was telling Mei that I moved to his hometown to progress our relationship. I moved in with him and I applied to the hospital, and I had a job that I absolutely loved at the hospital I love. So that was a big leap. And the first 2 weeks, it was literally the worst 2 weeks of my career in my life, which is so weird. So I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? So I just oddly got into weird situations and mean patients.
Yeah.
And wait, did I tell you that my patient fired me?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
you did.
she fired me.
Yeah.
That was the only patient that
Yeah,
had ever
ever.
fired me. And I was just like crying. And
Does she really think
Like-
it can happen though? Like, you can't really fire
Um,
the nurse taking care of you.
I guess patients can say that, but if you honestly don't have the staffing for it, like,
Yeah,
what are you
like-
gonna do? You can't just
Okay,
not have a
help
nurse.
yourself.
Right? Like, why are you here? But anyways, so that just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
But after that,
After that, it was okay though.
after the first.
Yeah,
week, it was
which
fine.
is crazy. Like,
I love where I work
yeah.
now.
And what do you guys love the most and the least about your jobs? Because you guys have really different careers.
I love that my job is not monotonous. Every day is different. I can work labor or postpartum. If we have a sick baby, I'm able to take care of them too. And obviously it's a very rewarding career. I mean, you're in you experience
One of the
something.
best moment of someone.
Yeah.
Or the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
But
hope for the
Highs
best.
and lows.
But always, it's just you see very sweet things. And I would say most people remember every detail of their labor and their
And they'll remember
birth,
you.
and they'll remember you. So you want to make a good impression, because I have been in their situation, and I mean, obviously Jon was there, and we just love our nurses. Like, I can't say enough great things about all those nurses. And also in the delivery room, when Jon was there, he's like, wait a second, you guys have to do this again, because sometimes we'll get like 2 labors in one shift, and he's like, this is insane.
It's crazy.
I'll sometimes pop into the hospital to just say hi or take her lunch or something like that, and there'll be the most amount of screaming. I can't even. I just have to get out of it. I don't know. I don't know how they handle it.
It's like white noise for me.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like, transitions.
That's funny.
She's okay.
And what do you like the least? Like, what's the thing you like the least?
The least is that, I mean, it can be stressful, and I mean, honestly, it's just the night shift work is so hard for me. Again, I did it for 7 years full time with a newborn and a toddler. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah.
But I guess when I started working more days, I'm like, oh my God, this is how I should feel. Mm-hmm. So I would say the long hours, the night shifts, and I mean, again, working with some people can be very difficult, and I think that's how it is in a lot of jobs where you deal with the general public.
Mm-hmm. And how about you, Jon?
For me, the best part is, and I'm sure a lot of people in their profession feel like they're doing the most important thing in the world. But truly, I see oral health as the gateway to total body health. There's no way to have a healthy body and an unhealthy mouth.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, health starts here. This is the only portal where you can get nutrition into your body. If you're passing that through a sewer system, it's not going to lead to good things. So I say shepherding my patients from an unhealthy state to a much more healthy state, and then educating them that they are in control of that. I think that's very empowering for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And seeing that in a patient, seeing their expression of gratitude and excitement, when that is how we, for better or worse, that's how we judge a lot of people is first appearance, their smile, how pleasant they are.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
true.
To be able to provide that to somebody who has spent their life not confident in that.
And not smiling.
Yeah, that's so true.
So that's super powerful. That's super rewarding. I love that. And the hardest is working with people that don't want to take ownership of that.
Yeah.
They just want a Band-Aid.
Yeah, or that they're gonna put like the fault on you. I think it happens sometimes.
Yeah. And I think that's where the hate of the dentist comes from.
Yeah. But I think it's shifting. Like,
I feel that too.
I saw some like TikToks of some clinics also that are like working on the kids, especially because it's sometimes that it goes from parents to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like your parents are dentists, and then the kids are not gonna like it.
Yeah.
But like for me, my parents never told me, "Oh, dentist is bad" or whatever. So when I was going there, I wasn't like, "Oh, this is the worst experience of my life."
Right.
So I think it's really about education too. Yeah, it's super important. So your kids are probably gonna be okay.
I definitely see situations where parents pass their fears on to their kids.
So you've both been working for like more than 10 years in your own profession. Do you remember what was the reason you wanted to become a nurse and a dentist?
So for my reasoning is that I didn't have much guidance or support growing up. And a part of the reason why I wanted to be a nurse was because of stability. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the US, nurses get paid pretty well, especially in California.
Okay.
I always had really good experiences with healthcare workers when I went to my doctor's appointment. So I was really interested specifically in women's health. I didn't exactly know how I would get to there. But so I went to nursing school and I found out about labor and delivery, and I just knew instantly, like, this is where I wanted to be. All my other clinicals were horrible. I'm like, oh my God, did I make a mistake going into nursing school? Like, I don't like this at all. So I got into nursing school, and labor and delivery was just instantly something I was drawn to.
And did you have any like nurses in your family or your friends when you were growing up?
No, nothing. No,
So
no,
it
no.
was really like a stretch. You just knew you wanted to help and
Yeah. And again, a combination of stability. I was also always very interested in the human body. And I mean, I'm Filipino. I guess it's in my blood.
Yeah.
Which I actually did not know that was a thing, that a lot of Filipinos are nurses. I didn't know that.
No?
No,
Okay.
because the community I grew up in didn't have that many Filipinos.
Did your parents live there like before coming here?
The Philippines, yeah. My mom lived there her entire life
Okay.
until she moved to the U.S. when I
But
was...
you were born in the US.
I was born in the Philippines.
Oh.
I was born in the Philippines and then moved here at a very young age, like 2.
Okay.
My brother moved here when he was 4. He had an accent when he came
Yeah.
here, but obviously no, that's all gone. So
Did you visit often? Like have you been there?
the Philippines, I went back when I was 19. It was definitely a culture shock for
You have
sure.
still like family there?
Yeah, my mom's side of the family, the majority of them are still there, but we don't keep like a really good contact.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. And for you?
What got me into the dental profession, interested in it, I was 12 and got braces, orthodontics. I was self-conscious about my smile, and after getting my teeth straightened, it was, and it could have been a timing thing, you know, early teenage years, but I started to feel confident in myself, and I really was getting compliments on my smile and things like that, and that really boosted me. And that being able to give people that feeling is what interested me. On top of that, I grew up without means as well, and so a profession that was able to provide a good living and a good lifestyle was what drew me to the profession.
Nice. I have some quick questions, like rapid fire questions for you, Anna. Some that I asked like Tina and Sydney previously. So first one, would you say it's true the full moon effect, like in hospitals for birds?
That's funny. I am not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So if it is really busy on a full moon, then I'm like, it's got to be the full moon.
Yeah, okay. But does it happen like often?
Yes, it
Okay.
does. It does actually, especially on nights.
Are there like any other like things like that, weird things like that that have sometimes like maybe it's not scientifically proved, but have an effect, like an impact on how much women are coming to give birth?
I actually can't think of anything like that. Besides, the only thing would be summers. Women come in.
That's one of the things I think they said too, like when it's super hot.
Yeah, because people don't realize how much they're doing or how hot it is, and they don't hydrate, and they come in. They're not necessarily in labor, but they might be contracting. But
Yeah.
other than that, any other superstitions? I can't think of anything right now besides that full moon.
I'll jump in the dental field. We kind of joke that every once in a while, you know, a bunch of patients will come in that need root canals.
Okay.
And that's kind of the full moon joke. Like, oh,
Yeah.
must be a full moon out.
Like
Everybody-
randomly and in the same week there's like a bunch of people. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And is there like a particular aspect, like it's, I don't know, like during winter or during summer, or
you
it's
know,
just like a random week?
I have no scientific evidence to back any of it up, but in my head, some sort of barometric pressure change or something like that.
And it happens like once a year?
I think it's just what we say when there's a lot of
When
root
it's
canals
busy.
on the
Yeah.
on the books.
Root canals specifically.
All right.
Is it true you have more like patients coming in for cavities and stuff like that after like Halloween or Christmas?
So
or-
the most common thing is after Halloween, people pull crowns off. The biggest culprit is those apple and caramel suckers. Sink your teeth into that, pull a filling or a crown off. That's super common.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty funny too because it's a dad that was sneaking their kids candy a lot of times, and it,
The mom didn't
yeah,
know.
instant karma.
Do you have a like crazy story? Like I remember, I think Sydney or Tina told us that there was like a young girl that just pushed her baby, like she was in labor, and she was like, "I never knew I was pregnant." And, like, and she was, I think, she told us she was like on in the toilet, just like she wanted to do like a poo poo, and she just.
Did she
Yeah, are there
say-
like any crazy stories like that?
Well, I have a lot of crazy stories, but one that definitely stands out to me is my first year as a labor nurse. It was very new. I wasn't culturally educated on labor when it came to other cultures.
Yeah.
And I had this Maux patient, and in their culture, I didn't know at the time, to show pain, just don't show pain.
Okay.
And I had a patient like that, and I was used to people expressing their
Yeah.
pain, you know?
I mean, you're giving birth.
Yeah. And so she was on the monitor. She was very quiet the whole time. And we watched from the nurse's station the baby's heart rate. And the baby's heart rate was looking a little, I like to say funny, like what's going on?
Yeah.
So I go in there and I'm like, is it okay if I check you and see what's going on down there? And the only thing she said was, it hurts. That's all and she had like a sweat stash. It hurts. And I pull the covers and she's already crowning. Like she didn't even tell me, I was so new to the game too. Again, I didn't know that was her culture.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have time to put gloves on. She
Oh
was
my
crowning and I caught the baby.
Like when you say crowning, it means like the baby's coming out.
Like the baby's head was at its maximum diameter. And I didn't have gloves and I just hit my help me.
Yeah.
And I just caught the baby and like
Oh
just
my God.
blood and amniotic fluid all over me. And I was so shocked. I stood there for like 2 or 3 seconds, which is a long time to just stand there holding a baby instead of just like naturally putting on the mom.
Yeah.
And then I handed her that. And then like
she
a bunch of
never
nurses came.
screamed,
She never screamed.
and
nothing.
she was pushing.
She was pushing.
That's crazy.
And she didn't tell us.
And
like
she didn't take the epidural either.
No, epidural, all natural.
Wow.
And I was like,
Crazy.
"Oh, okay, now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know."
Wow.
But yeah,
okay.
that stood out to me and
Crazy.
it's traumatic.
Is it like, do you lie when a mom asks you if she pooped during labor?
No.
You don't?
Like postpartum, I don't lie. I'll say, yeah, you did, but like no big deal.
And is
Or
it
anything
like
that,
you take it like so quick you won't even notice?
I take it gently and I don't say anything when it's happening.
yeah.
Like I would never ever point it
You
out.
just pooped.
Yeah, right. Some dads will be like, "Babe, you're pooping." I'm like, "Don't say that."
Yes,
But yeah, postpartum, if they ask, I'll be honest with them.
Yeah.
But during the process, I don't say anything if it does happen. And if
Yeah.
they do ask, I'll be like, "Oh, just a little bit, no big deal." Like we
Okay,
never
yeah.
make it a big
Yeah,
deal
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's not a big deal and
No,
it's so
it's not.
natural.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
If anybody doesn't poop when they push a baby out, I'm actually really impressed. I'm like, "Oh, you
Yeah,
must have
okay.
had
So
a
it
bowel
happens
movement recently."
like super often.
all the time.
Okay.
all the time.
Like 9 times out of 10 maybe?
I would say 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah. And then the other, they must have just had a bowel movement before. Or
Yeah,
something
okay,
like that.
okay,
They
yeah.
emptied their bowels.
Okay, yeah.
And Jonna, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how do you perceive Anna's social media career? Since it's
I perceive it as an absolute blessing. With all things, there's positives and negatives for sure. But it's been very awesome to see the confidence that it's instilled in her. I don't like seeing some of the negative aspects of it, of course.
Yeah.
It truly is almost an alternate universe that she has to step into. And I think the hardest part is figuring out a way to step in and out of it unfazed. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
All in all, it's been an absolute blessing for us. It's afforded us the ability to travel more, to be more in control of our schedule.
Be more present with the kids too.
That's a positive and a negative there. Sometimes it allows that, and then sometimes it pulls her away. Which is not what we're looking for. But
yeah, for sure.
But we're managing.
And do you like being part of, like, because you're more and more on Anna's social, I feel like. Do you like being part of a bit of that kind of world?
I'm not opposed to it, not at all. It's uncomfortable for me. First of all, the whole TikTok thing revolving around dancing is for sure not my specialty. The term we use is having two left feet.
Yeah.
That doesn't even justify it for me. I'm worse than that. My rhythm is terrible.
He's a good sport. I would say the majority of the time he'll do something I ask him to do.
Yeah. And do you kids love it?
They do want to be in a lot more videos than I even want them to be in. So sometimes I'll pretend I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it, but just like not post it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say they have no idea. They're just living their lives. Literally, like it's their life. We're
like
just
they understand a bit like what it is, but they don't get that you're like
they have no idea.
Famous and like known.
Famous, that's funny. Yeah. My daughter is starting to understand more. My son, he's 5 and he's just like, life is great.
Yeah.
So my daughter is more in tune with it.
Yeah.
But not fully.
And she likes it.
Yeah, she doesn't hate it. Like I said, her more so wants to be in videos and stuff like that, and it's cute.
Yeah.
But I don't post them too much.
No, exactly. Yeah.
They'll occasionally
I think it's like you need to find a balance, like you said. Like you can especially if they want to be posted and they don't mind, but you can't like post them too much either, because.
Yeah, there's I know some people truly are hard on not wanting to post their children on social media, and some blast them all over.
Yeah.
So
I think the balance is important, I think. Yeah. Especially like it's a big part of who you are. You're a mom, so it's important that you show it.
I know it is kind of hard to
especially since you also work with like moms and stuff like that. So, yeah. Do you think did you see a shift? Are those videos the one that perform the best?
Like with my kids in it?
Yeah, when it's like more like oriented towards like your personal life.
No, I actually think the most popular ones are the shocking videos, whether it be about birth, actually mostly about birth or postpartum. I always think these things are so common sense and common knowledge, but absolutely not. Like I just posted a video recently. It was of my daughter and her head that was molding the cone head, and people were so freaked out about that. And I'll post that every couple years, and then once I post it, then I'll do an educational video about why does that happen. So more of like the shocking things, and then people really like when I do videos about the support person, like the dad saying stupid things or the toxic family members, because I guess it's shocking, entertaining, and you wouldn't believe what some people say and do.
For sure.
Yeah, for me and Maux, when you post, the videos where you have like the dilation, like and
it looks like a painting.
Candies in it, or
those are really popular too, just because they're kind of fun, and I guess people don't
and
who talks about dilation.
Traumatized.
Also the ones where there's like other content creators, like those.
Those are so fun. Because we bring our audience into each other
together,
and it's oftentimes nurses, and we just click and think of funny things like, oh yeah, we should do that, and it's fun.
I'd like to know where professionally like for you on social media, but also like as a nurse and for you as a dentist, and also like as parents and a couple, where do you see yourself in, let's say, like 5 years?
Yeah, so I feel that we've worked pretty hard to where we've gotten today, and we're really enjoying the fruits of our labor. So, as far as this more grand ideas, maybe one day I could create an online childbirth class or make a product or something like that. But I can't honestly say right now what I want to do as far as more in my career, because I'm really loving life right now. And like Jon said earlier, we're really enjoying this very small time with our children to where we won't get that time back. So we really want to focus on them and us as a family. And then, like Jon said, we can always work more when they're out of the house.
True. Or even more enjoy like your life, just the two of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like being parents brought you closer as a couple?
For sure. I mean, yes and no. The first couple years of life, the baby stage and the toddler stage, I think it's really common. I mean, I don't even know how, unless you have like full-time nanny, your relationship does take a back seat, and you're just focusing on the kids, not just focusing on them, but your survival, sleep deprivation. I remember when my girlfriends, or if we wanted to take time away from the kids, all I wanted to do was sleep. So the relationship took a back seat the first couple years of life. But as time progressed, the kids got, in my opinion, more fun. I know everyone has different stages in life that they love. Some people love the baby stage. I was really hard for, I would say both of us, very hard for me. And as time progressed, I mean, marriage, I don't think marriage is easy, spending the rest of your life with one person. You change everyone changes.
You grow for sure,
And the children affect your relationship too, but the goal is to work together. So I think our marriage has definitely gotten stronger, having children, 100%.
For sure.
Anything to add, Jon?
The concept of trying to plan out 5 years from now, back to 5 years ago when COVID hit, that threw me and my profession in such a loop that it's so hard for me to even forecast what 3 years from now is going to look like. The technologies within the dental field are rapidly expanding, the materials that we have, and then on top of that, the education that the population is getting on caring for themselves. It's a viable option that we could make ourselves obsolete by educating the patient base into taking care of themselves, which would be awesome. That would be a career goal for me, is to make myself obsolete. But 5 years from now, I really think we're going to be doing more of the same. We're going to be enjoying the family, trying to balance work and life. We're currently in the process of designing and building our dream house. So exciting times ahead. I'm looking forward to it. We are very much a go with the flow and roll with the punches kind of family, and we will take whatever comes our way and make it the most suitable for us and enjoy the heck out of it.
Love it.
Perfect. So I think we would be
at the Maux segment. So the last little part of the podcast, we're going to ask you each one question, and we're going to monitor your heart rate.
Okay.
And see how you react. So let's do that.
When we did the pre-interview, you said that you don't, wait a second, because it's a quotation. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. What is something that you are glad you started, but you were kind of scared to in the beginning?
Oh, I think just nursing in general, going into the nursing field, I was scared that...
That's 6? All right.
There were a lot of people saying, oh, you're young, you don't have to go into nursing, it's really hard. And it is really hard, but I absolutely love it. And I'm glad I didn't listen to them, and I continued to go into the path of nursing because it's offered me so many opportunities. And again, it's been a flexible schedule and career. So
Would you say you're a great nurse?
I would say I'm a great nurse. I would. Yeah.
And if there was
sure
a
you are.
nursing student watching us right now, what would you tell them?
I would say take it one step at a time. Nursing school is very hard. It's time consuming, but the end goal is to get your RN license and be able to have a career to help support you and have a stable future. And again, nursing is just a stepping stone, I think, to many other things that could be in your path.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
John's turn. What advice would you give to other couples in healthcare trying to juggle work, life, and parenting? Good luck.
Yeah. This funny. Last year, my New Year's resolution was to pursue balance, and all I figured out was balance is a mythical creature that you're always pursuing. It's not a place that you land on. And I'm up to 85 beats per minute there. For me, balance is a hard thing to obtain, but maintaining it as a goal is what's helped us. Like Anna referred to when we were first starting out with kids, we put all our focus into the kids.
Yeah.
And we were unbalanced in aspects of our life, and that leads to more problems. So my advice would be check in on each other. You guys decided to do this as a partnership, as a couple, and always pursuing that, always remembering that, and always frequently checking in with each other.
Yeah. That's a good advice. I love that. I'll note that. So thank you so much. I always like to end the podcast with, maybe it's not that relevant for you, but for you, Anna, and saying where we can find you, on which platform. Do you have Instagram, John? A private one, right?
I'm out there. I try to stay off it as much as I can, but I'm out there.
Okay, well, if you want to name yours too, but for people who want to follow you, on which platforms can they find you, and what's your username, and any other important information you want to give to the people watching?
Yeah, so my platforms are YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and if you just type in Anna the Nurse, it should pop up. And I would just say, like I said, just believe in yourself, be optimistic, find balance in life, whether it be your career, your relationships, or your children.
And I will give a shout out. My team member, Rachel, has recently been upping our social media for our practice. So if you want to check out our practice, it's MPH Dental. We're out of California. We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Great team, by the way.
Yeah.
The best team.
Looks like the best team for sure. Well, thank you guys. It was so much fun, and super happy that you came to Montreal for this super collaboration with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm excited
we
about
love
it.
you. Thank you so much.
Well, I love you guys.